A successful test firing of an enhanced Agni-3 intermediate-range ballistic missile took place recently from the Odisha coast, conducted by the Strategic Forces Command. The event has prompted a recurring question among observers if India already fields a more advanced Agni-5 intercontinental ballistic missile and is developing even longer-range systems. Why invest effort in testing and upgrading a missile that has been in service for over a decade? The question assumes that strategic forces evolve linearly, with newer systems rendering older ones obsolete. In practice, the continued modernization of the Agni-3 reveals a calculated, multi-layered approach to nuclear deterrence that prioritizes reliability, redundancy, and cost-effectiveness over the pursuit of maximum range alone. India's nuclear posture is defined by credible minimum deterrence and a no-first-use policy. This doctrine does not require overwhelming superiority or the longest possible reach in every weapon system. Instead, it demands a survivable second strike capability sufficient to inflict unacceptable damage on any aggressor. The Agni-3, with a range exceeding 3,000 kilometers and extending beyond 5,000 kilometers in certain configurations, already covers the entire territory of Pakistan and the majority of China, the two primary strategic contingencies that drive India's force planning. It is road mobile, solid-fueled, and launched from sealed canisters, features that ensure high survivability against preemptive attack and rapid reaction times. These characteristics made it a core element of the arsenal upon induction and continue to make it operationally valuable. The Agni-5, by contrast, offers intercontinental reach of up to 8,000 kilometers, providing full coverage of China and additional strategic flexibility. It is a newer, more sophisticated system, but it is also more expensive and complex to produce in large numbers. India has not replaced the Agni-3 with the Agni-5 any more than it has retired shorter-range systems in favor of intermediate-range ones. Mature nuclear powers maintain overlapping capabilities across different range classes to create depth. A single type of missile, no matter how advanced, represents a single point of failure. Layered systems complicate an adversary's defensive planning and enhance overall resilience. The recent test was significant because it validated substantial technical improvements incorporated into the Agni-3 design. These include an increased airframe diameter, higher throw weight for heavier payloads, composite motor casings that reduce weight while maintaining strength, higher energy solid propellants, advanced thermal protection for the re-entry vehicle, reinforced structures to withstand greater stresses, and refined stage separation mechanisms. The net effect is a missile better equipped to carry multiple penetration aids, decoys, and countermeasures intended to overwhelm ballistic missile defenses and potentially adaptable to multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles in the future. Rather than developing an entirely new missile to achieve these capabilities, India has chosen incremental enhancement of a proven platform. This approach delivers improved performance at lower cost and technical risk. Because the launch was executed by the Strategic Forces Command rather than the Defense Research and Development Organization, it constituted a user trial rather than a pure development test. Such trials serve critical operational purposes. They allow military personnel to practice the full sequence of handling, transport, erection, and launch under realistic conditions. Established nuclear powers follow the same practice. The United States, for example, regularly conducts test launches of its decades-old Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missiles to validate readiness and train crews, despite ongoing modernization efforts. The persistence of the Agni-3 in active service reflects India's deliberate construction of a balanced triad, land-based, air-delivered, and sea-based delivery systems with complementary range brackets. Shorter-range missiles address immediate regional threats. Intermediate-range systems like the Agni-3 and Agni-4 provide robust coverage of the primary threat envelope, and intercontinental systems extend the deterrent farther afield.
This architecture maximizes survivability. No single defensive technology or preemptive strike can neutralize the entire force. It also introduces uncertainty for potential adversaries who must account for multiple vectors and escalation pathways. Analytically, the decision to upgrade rather than retire the Agni-3 demonstrates strategic restraint combined with technical pragmatism. India has consistently avoided open-ended arms racing, preferring a lean posture that is nevertheless assured. Enhancing fielded systems extends their service life, optimizes defense expenditure, and ensures that resources are available for next-generation capabilities like hypersonic weapons and submarine-launched missiles. The approach contrasts with larger nuclear arsenals that replace entire fleets with enormous cost while retaining older systems in parallel. The recent Agni-3 test therefore carries broader implications. It confirms the continued operational readiness of a key deterrent component, validates enhancements that keep pace with evolving missile defense technologies, and illustrates effective civil-military integration in strategic programs. In a regional security environment marked by rapid military modernization by neighbors, India's methodical refinement of existing capabilities reinforces stability more effectively than spectacular but isolated advances would. The Agni-3, far from being a relic, remains a vital pillar of a sophisticated, resilient, and responsibly managed nuclear deterrent.